and welcome back to 2 Day Rentals. It's been a little bit, yes, I know. It was a planned break, a much needed sort of time off. For what reason, you may ask? Well, I started a new job. That was a big part of it, so it's getting used to my new schedule and things like that. A little bit of travel involved, which is exciting. It allows me to see different parts of the country, the world, and maybe bring home some of that fine movie merchandise, video game, music, all the kind of stuff I like to talk about here on this channel. It's kind of been one of the reasons why. And another reason is, I'm just kind of want to figure out how I want to move forward with this and what different things I want to do. Now, I have some stuff in mind. If you follow me on Twitter, some of you voted in a poll, and the next larger video I'm going to do is going to be about Waterworld and Waterworld movie merchandise and all that fun stuff that comes along with it. So thank you for all that voted. I guess on the topic of social media, I'm not going to be doing much with Instagram or Facebook anymore. It's just not really for me. I just gave it a shot, and I don't know, I don't really see much value in it for me. And here's the thing, when I started doing this, it was really to connect with people that have similar interests that I do and the things that I really like, but also to introduce me to new stuff. And I've really found a great avenue on Twitter, a nice little community of people. So if you follow me over there, I post things almost daily, and it's random stuff I find when I'm out on the road traveling for work, pictures of how I've updated 2 Day Rentals here. And I've also been working on my podcast with two good friends of mine, and you can find that at 66.6 The Horror. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, name it, we're on all of them. We also have a YouTube channel that we're trying to grow and evolve and figure out what we want to do with. We do have some videos on there that kind of coincide with our episodes that we do. As you may guess, it's horror related, so that's where I'll be talking a lot about horror related things on there. Now, Halloween's around the corner, so I'll probably be doing something in the longs of spooky, scary Halloween sort of vibes on 2 Day Rentals, but mainly when it comes to horror and diving deep into horror films, go check us out there. We do a lot of really cool stuff, and there's a lot of hard work put into those, so I'd be glad if you did check those out. As far as sort of evolving 2 Day Rentals and where it's going to go, I started this not for it to become this huge thing. Hey, if it does, that's awesome. I mean, it's like, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here. The wheel's fine how it is, as someone once said. There's a lot of channels that do this sort of thing. It's really just a way for me to share things that I love, and I know other people love too, and get introduced into new things. And through the avenue of Twitter and growing this YouTube page, I've definitely found that, and I'll continue to see where it goes. I did some work here in 2 Day Rentals. I've been busy at that, just going through storage, getting old things out, getting rid of some old stuff, making room for new stuff, as always. And so that was definitely a big part of it. You probably heard my cat get into some boxes in there. So that's really what's been going on here. I'm gonna try a few different kinds of formats just to test it out, just to see. I think the Waterworld video will kind of be in a different format than maybe I was doing before. Like I said, why not? I'd like to also incorporate some music into here. And it's tricky with doing music discussions on YouTube. You run into a lot of different copyright things, and so I think what I'm going to do is funnel people onto my Spotify page. I started kind of cleaning it up and making some playlists, but if I talk about something music related, I'll sort of shovel you on over there so you can listen to it and we can share that too, because music is very important to me, and I want to find a way to incorporate that onto this channel. I've always wanted this to be like the virtual video store, the virtual Suncoast, or harkening back to Sam Goody or Virgin Records. Those stores meant a lot to me, and the video store obviously meant a lot to me. There were great discussions there, great discoveries. Sometimes you'd roll the dice and you'd pick up an album or a tape. You didn't know what you're getting into. I think it was a neat time. Now, obviously, we're never going to go back to that, and there are a lot of places around that are still that way. I mean, you got Movie Trading Company. That's kind of the mecca of everything that I like, but not to knock Movie Trading Company at all. I found that sometimes the co-workers don't want to have those conversations. They're busy, I know, with trade-ins and stuff like that. They're kind of focused on doing other things. That's where this channel comes in. If you're following me already, thank you so much. It means a lot. I had a chance to connect with some high school friends of mine a few weekends ago. I hadn't seen in a while, and it was really neat to hear that they were tuning in and their kids are tuning in. So Brandon, if your kiddos are tuning in, tell them I'll give them another shout out sometime when I go back to talking about toys. Chad, I know you mentioned that you tune in every once in a while, so that's awesome, and I really appreciate everyone who stopped down, commented, introduced me to new things, and been a part of the journey. So we're gonna keep rocking and rolling, so be on the lookout for the Waterworld episode coming up soon. You know what? I couldn't just do an episode without at least showing something, right? A channel update for sure, but I figured I'd also just throw something else out there that may be movie merchandise related. So, I figured I'd throw some fun movie merchandise your way. I'm talking about the Top Gun Maverick aircraft carrier. So, I'll put some pictures up just in case the autofocus just makes you sick to your stomach. Look, Top Gun Maverick was a huge success. It still is. It's still in the theaters. Popcorn movie, summer blockbuster, you name it. It's fun, and it's fun for the whole family. So I was kind of surprised to see this. This is actually copyrighted to 2020, and I want to say that maybe it was supposed to come out back when the film was supposed to originally be released a couple years ago. I don't really know. But, or maybe that's just when they got the copyright for the name. Who knows? But this thing's really cool, and I'm actually surprised that they didn't do more merchandising for this film. A video game, maybe, or a VR experience. So they have the aircraft carrier, and then this actually came with one jet fighter. It's actually Maverick's F-18 Hornet. And then there's also these two other jets that came out separately. This is by Matchbox. And you have Maverick and Goose's F-14 Tomcat. And then you have Rooster's F-18 Hornet. So you can play out basically any scene in the movie. Now, I need some enemy bogeys or something to go along with this. And Matchbox made this, like I said, so I'm sure you could probably find some other aircraft to scale. And I want to say that this size of aircraft toy is pretty common. This thing's really neat. Anti-air guns that shoot out, and I think it actually pairs nicely with some other things. As a matter of fact, I picked up this Godzilla vs. Kong City Battle playset, and I think it actually works really well with those figures. It's not quite to scale, but actually it's not far off if you think about it. Look at the size of the jets, and if there were pilots in there versus these huge monsters, I think it's pretty close. But the vehicles that it came with, I don't know if I pictured those. I'll show the box. There were some vehicles that came with this playset, and they were much smaller than these, but I don't really know. I think they would probably be, I mean, it's the king of monsters, right? King Kong, Godzilla. I think they'd be a little bit bigger, but you know what? Stretch the imagination. That's why toys are so much fun. And you know me, I'm not going to just take the Top Gun Maverick aircraft carrier and just let it be on its own, cool enough as it is. I'm going to throw other things in there with it. What about some UFOs? What about Rick and Morty's spaceship? Right, coming in to save the day. Maybe Maverick and Rooster are out doing what they need to do, and Rick and Morty come in to save the world against intergalactic space mutants, or huge, gigantic king of monsters, kaiju monsters, like Godzilla and King Kong. Anyway, I've had a lot of fun with this playset. Like I said, I was really surprised to kind of see it, but then part of me started thinking, I'm actually surprised if there wasn't some more movie merchandise for this film. It was huge. And maybe after the fact, we'll get like a 2D Afterburner style game that comes out down the line. I doubt it, but that would be really neat. And I sure do wish that there were more licensed property video games that came out. Now, I know there's a lot of garbage out there when it comes to movie licensed game, but if you sift through it, you can find some good stuff. And I'll be talking a lot more about those on my channel. I wanted to show this. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't some more toys or something. And maybe there was, but that's where you come in. If you know of any other Top Gun Maverick toy or movie tie-in merchandise, throw it my way. I'd love to see it. Thanks again for stopping by 2-Day Rentals and helping me grow this into something really special. Like I always say at the end of my videos, be kind as we rewind and fast forward through time. Thank you so much for stopping by.